Good afternoon, everyone. Signs in the heavens. Jellyfish Sprites seen with the naked eye. That's a first. Plasma filament ropes becoming so common, mainstream science needs to try to explain it away. Easily explainable. Adding a magnetic field in a Tokamak plasma reactor gets you the same results what we're seeing in the atmosphere. Plasma ropes. Some call it Jacob's ladder. It's been seen before. It's a signal that we, as a species, are able to create on this planet at a higher level. This is why we're being divided, to stop this ability that we're all gaining right now. The signs are in the skies. Bank of America is predicting gold to nearly double to above $3,000 per ounce. And gold is often the most sought after investment hedge to protect wealth during times of economic uncertainty. With never-ending printing by the Fed, we're fighting an uphill inflationary battle. With this much inflation on the way, only one investment stands out: gold. Patriot Gold Group has no fee-for-life IRAs where your IRA or 401k can be in physical gold or silver. At Patriot, you work directly with an owner and avoid paying absurd broker fees. Call today or request a free investment kit. PatriotGoldGroup.com. The link's in the description box below. And we're looking for electrical phenomenon because as the sun steps down in its activity state, the Earth's going to need to equalize. So we're going to start to see rare phenomenon in the sky, and this is one of the first to be witnessed: a naked eye jellyfish sprite. Now, normally you're going to need cameras that are capturing 10,000 frames a second, or at the bare minimum, something in the multi-thousand frames per second to grab these occurring above thunderstorms. These were so intense that they lasted for an entire 2 seconds in the sky, seen with the visible eye. Now, if these two were to electrify and stay up there for minutes or hours, this is exactly what you're seeing on canyon walls. The petroglyphs from ancient cultures, ancient religions. This gives you an indication on how much the layers of the atmosphere are trying to discharge and reaching out into space. So plasma bolts from the heavens is not out of the question. And along with the changes of the jellyfish sprites now visible, long duration with the eyes, we're starting to see these plasma filament ropes with almost every aurora. So they're becoming quite visible to the average person to see now. Explanations are forthcoming. Well, not really, sort of. They have to at least address it. So scientists now propose explanation for the night glow, plasma filament Steve. But in the article, they even talk about a new mechanism for generating glowing lights is happening in our atmosphere. And you'll see the original sighting of Steve in this image, and then moving forward into 2019, we started to see how much more intense the aurora ropes were becoming. And then explained away was they thought this was a new kind of aurora, but they're even saying now that the light's not even produced in the same way. So there's definitely some shift in the atmosphere that's occurring right now. Magnetically based, of course. So if we jump into the current research in plasma fusion, we can see something very similar in this Tokamak reactor. They call it edge localized mode, or ELMs. These filamentary plasma eruptions occur when a magnetic field is pushed in on the chamber. Bottom left, stable, and you can see the morphing as more magnetic field strength is added to that. So color is a little bit easier to see here. This is the stable field. And then when a change in the magnetic field is added, you start to see the change. Doesn't matter if it's in a plasma lab or if it's in our skies, we're seeing the same exact thing, all based on electromagnetism. The sun is going into a decreased activity state affecting the magnetic field on our planet. Polar wander, our poles are moving to new areas. We're in uncharted territory, unless you're looking at cycles, and we're repeating one right now. And when ancient verses speak of signs in the skies, I would have to say this would be one. And as we now start to look at petroglyphs in a different light, they make sense what you're seeing on the walls. Before, these were discredited, and I don't know why. The ancients left us so many markers, so much knowledge. and they were ridiculed as childlike paintings. No, they weren't. They were showing you exactly what was happening in the heavens. And my thought is, if it's getting this intense already, would it eventually in the next few years come into something like this where we start to see streamers, multiples of, heading through the skies? This is what's on canyon walls. Because if you saw that, you'd probably leave something like this on rock as well as a warning for the next generations, the next societies. To say, hey, there was something very strange that happened. We witnessed it. You might not understand it right this second, but we're leaving you a marker. And the Jacob's Ladder, is this a connection? Plasma filaments from our skies to our bodies through the heavens. These changes that allow us to manifest, or some change happening within not only our resonant field of the body, but the earth itself and the sun, our solar system. I firmly believe this is part of the reason that we are being kept away and taught to fight each other right now. We were separated 6 feet and now we are fighting each other. Because this is so dangerous for the powers that be, that we as a species come together and start to manifest and think into the light, and their darkness instantly stops. They'll disappear from our field of vision for another 12,000 years. So look at the global events around you, and the celestial events is intertwining. And know that this pivot point for a lot of incredible, intense magnetic effects between the sun and the four gas giants is right here in 2024. Look how close we are to this. Look what's happening on our planet. Do you think there's a connection? I sure do. That's why I spent the time to make the video. Hope you got something out of it. We're definitely going to be transiting to more self-sufficient lifestyles. You might want to have some long-term food storage just in case during these times. And also think how you, your neighbors, and your families can grow more food together. My Patriot Supply and Adapt 2030 links in the description box below. It's another way to support the channel so I can bring you more research like this. And all of the images and stories in tonight's videos are also in the same description box below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.